Hello everyone, myself Dr. Preeti Yadav. I am a physics faculty in St. Andrews Institute of Technology and Management, Gurugram. I am from Applied Science Department. Today I will discuss continuity equation for current density and Maxwell equation in differential form from unit 3 and the lecture number 16. Before continuity equation and Maxwell equation, firstly I will discuss some operators. Like first is del operator. Del operator is the differential operator and is represented by del and arrow and is given by del, that is equal to I unit vector along x-axis curly by curly x plus j curly by curly y plus k curly by curly z. It is not a vector itself, but when it operates on a scalar function, it provides the resultant as a vector. Where suppose, for example, when del is a operator on a scalar function, here f is a scalar. When del is operated on f, we get I unit vector I curly f by curly x, j curly f by curly y plus k curly f by curly z. Now this is a vector quantity because here these are the I, j, k are the unit vectors. Therefore, but before del f is a scalar function. Del f means does not mean that del is multiplied by f, but it is an instruction to differentiate any function. The del operator can act in different ways. When it acts on a scalar, then the resultant is del f. When it acts on a vector function A via the dot product, then it is known as the divergence of a vector A. And when it acts on a vector function, then it is represented by del cross A, means is called a curl of a vector. Therefore, it depends on the operation of del. Then if it operates on scalar, if it operates on a scalar, then this is represented by del f. If it operates on a vector function A by a dot product, then it is known as divergence. If it acts on any vector function by a curl or cross product, then it is known as curl of vector A. Now, divergence of a vector field A is represented by del dot A. Means del dot A, we know that the component of A is AXI plus AYJ plus AZK in all the direction X, Y, Z. And also we know that del here I curly by curly X plus J curly by curly Y plus K curly by curly Z. When we found that del dot A means I dot I1, J dot J1 and K dot K1. Therefore, the divergence of any vector A is equal to curly AX by curly X plus curly AY by curly Y plus curly A by curly Z. The divergence of a vector field is a scalar because now in the divergence of A there is no unit vector. Therefore, the resultant of a divergence of a vector gives us scalar quantity. Also, the divergence is scalar cannot be obtained because if A is a scalar, then there is a no component of A. Means there is no unit vector in A. Therefore, del of a divergence of a scalar cannot be possible. Now, the next is curl. The curl of a vector field is represented, we know that by cross product del cross A, and del cross A is equal to, find using determinant form, we found the value of del cross A and we get I curly AZ by curly Y minus curly AY by curly Z plus J curly AZ by curly AY by curly Z minus curly AZ by curly X, K curly AY by curly X minus curly X by curly Y. The curl of any vector gives a vector quantity, because here I, j, k unit vector along the three axes is present. Now, the main topic of today's lecture is continuity equation. Continuity equation says that according to continuity equation, if the total current flowing out of any volume, some volume, must be equal to the rate of decrease of the charge within that volume, if the charge is neither being created nor being destroyed. Means अगर किसी उसमें से वॉल्यूम में से अगर करंट फ्लोइंग आउट है तो इट मीन्स there is a loss of decrease of charge, because we know that current is rate of change of charge, q by t or dq by dt. So it means according to continuity equation, if a current flowing out of any volume, then there is a decrease of charge. If charge is neither being created nor being destroyed, means conservation of charge here. Since the charge is flowing, we consider that the charge density rho, here we consider volume charge density rho is a function of time. And we know that I, because current is flowing out, this is a volume, current is flowing out, therefore I means current is equal to minus dq by dt, means decrease of charge. Minus represent decrease and dq by dt represent charge with respect to time. That is equal to minus d by dt. We know that charge is equal to integral volume rho dv, means volume charge density. Then therefore replace q by rho dv. Here it is assumed the current is extended in space of v, volume v, enclosed by surface as the current density. Here we use current density is related to the total current, that is equal to, and current is flowing through a surface as, that is I is equal to closed surface integral j dot ds. J is the surface current density. Therefore using equation 1 and 2, we get j dot ds and I is equal to minus d by dt rho dv. Therefore minus dq by dt minus d by dt rho dv. And the minus sign above is needed in view of decreasing charge density if the current is flowing out. Charge density in the volume V. So this is the equation. Now according to Gauss theorem, we know that according to Gauss theorem, surface integral is converted into volume integral. Now here surface integral, closed surface integral j dot ds, that is converted into volume integral, and divergence of j dv. From equation 4 and 5, this j dot ds equal to this, but j dot ds is equal to this, therefore this equal to this. So means divergence j dv minus minus integral volume integral curly rho by curly dv. Here divergence j plus curly rho by t dv, that is equal to 0, taking common integral volume, and that equal to divergence j plus curly rho by curly t is equal to 0. This is the continuity equation. Now in case of stationary current, means current is 0, I is equal to 0, means charge density is at any point within the region remains constant, means charge density constant, means curly rho by curly t is constant. It means from here, means here charge density constant and the differentiation of a constant quantity gives us 0. Therefore curly rho by curly t, in this equation then we get divergence of j is equal to 0, and we know that divergence is represented by del dot j. The continuity equation indicates that the current or charge per second diverging from a small volume. This is a diverging means flowing out. Small volume or per unit volume is equal to the rate of decrease of charge per unit volume at every point. This is the continuity equation. Means if a current is flowing out of any volume, then there is a decrease in charge. Now, the second is Maxwell equation. Maxwell is a scientist that gives a Maxwell equation in differential form as well as in integral form. There are four equation, Maxwell equation. Maxwell equation is set of fundamental relationship between electric field and magnetic field. These equations explain how these fields, means electric field or magnetic field, are generated and interact with each other. Also, their relationship to charge density, rho, J current density. Maxwell equation are extension of these are the modification in the Gauss theorem, Faraday's law in induction, Ampere circuit law. These Maxwell equation are the modified form of these theorems. There are two forms of Maxwell equation. First in differential form and second in integral form. Maxwell equation in the integral form governs the independence of certain field, and source quantities means there's a charge and current are the source quantity associated with region in space, surfaces and volume. The differential form of Maxwell equation relate characteristics of the field vectors at a given point to another and to the source density at that point. Means relate the electric field and magnetic field to the charge and current densities. Maxwell equation provide the mathematical background, means Maxwell equation are further used to study for the study of EM waves, transmission lines, waveguides, antennas, etc. Now we'll discuss firstly Maxwell equation in differential form. These are the four Maxwell equations. First is del dot D. D is electric disturbance vector, that is equal to rho, or del dot E is equal to rho by epsilon naught. Because we know that D is equal to epsilon naught E, replace D by epsilon naught E. These equations derived using Gauss divergence theorem. Gauss theorem in electrostatic field. Because here is a electric field. Second is divergence of B is equal to 0. These second equation derived from Gauss theorem in magnetic field. Third is del cross E, that is equal to minus curly by B by curly T. Then third equation is derived with the help of Faraday's law in electromagnetic induction. And the fourth is del cross H, that is equal to J plus curly D by curly T. These equations derived for Ampere circuit law in magnetic field. Here the terms are used, which is first is B is equal to magnetic induction, magnetic flux density, H is the magnetic field in strength, E is the electric field intensity, D is the electric displacement vector or auxiliary electric field. This H is also auxiliary magnetic field. Rho is the charge density, J is the current density. Now the first derivation of Maxwell first equation in differential form. Let us consider a surface bounded by a volume V in a dielectric medium, which is kept in the electric field. If we apply an electric field, external electric field on the dielectric medium, then these electric field polarize the dielectric medium, means generate positive and negative charges, means induced charges inside the dielectric medium. And due to these charges are known as induced charges or bound charges, and means charges due to polarization by using external electric field. Therefore, the total charge density at a point in a small volume element dV would be rho plus rho. rho p means rho is the free charge density and rho p is the due to induced charge that appear in a dielectric by using external field. And rho p is the induced charge density due to p means due to polarization by using external field. Now and we know that rho p means charge density is the polarization charge density that is equal to minus divergence of p. P is a polarization vector. Now the total charge density at that point will be rho minus divergence of p, because firstly replace rho p by minus divergence. Then because in first equation we used Gauss theorem in electrostatic field, therefore Gauss theorem is equal to E dot ds means flux, electric flux, that is equal to charge upon में epsilon naught, and we know that Q is equal to rho dV in the form of charge density. Here rho is replaced means charge density, total charge density is replaced by rho minus rho p means divergence of p, and rho minus rho p charge density due to polarization. Put the value of rho p here, divergence of p. Therefore, charge is equal to volume integral rho minus divergence of p. Here, replace q by this in the form of charge density. Here, therefore, E dot ds 1 by epsilon naught rho minus divergence of p dv. In in Maxwell first equation, we use Gauss divergence theorem, because therefore, according to Gauss divergence theorem, the surface integral is converted into volume integral, and also E is converted into divergence of E. Therefore, E dot ds that is equal to volume integral del dot E means divergence of E dv. And but E dot ds is equal to this, therefore this equal to this. Del dot E dv is equal to 1 by epsilon naught rho minus dv, and sorry, divergence polarization vector dv. Here multiply epsilon naught here, cross multiplication rho epsilon naught volume integral del dot dv, that is equal to rho minus divergence of p dv. Replace divergence means del dot p. Now here and epsilon naught v del dot t dv plus this terms comes here plus divergence of p dv volume integral is equal to rho dv volume integral. Taking common del dot means divergence. Here the terms epsilon naught t plus p. Taking common del dot, therefore the terms remaining in bracket del epsilon naught t plus p, capital P polarization vector, and also dv common. And we know that epsilon E plus P is equal to D, is denoted by a quantity D called the electric displacement vector or auxiliary electric field. Therefore, this term is replaced by vector D. Therefore, here del dot D dV is equal to rho dV. Taking common volume integral, therefore we get del dot D means divergence of D, that is equal to rho. Therefore, this is the first Maxwell equation in differential form, or put the value of D epsilon naught T. Therefore, here del dot E means divergence of E, that is equal to rho by epsilon naught. This is the Maxwell first equation in differential form. Now, the second equation, Maxwell second equation. In Maxwell's second equation, we used Gauss theorem for magnetism. And we know that Gauss law for magnetism, the net magnetic flux out of any closed surface is zero. Means the number the magnetic, that is magnetic monopoles do not exist in magnetic field. Always exist in north and south pole. Means poles are north and south pole present in pair. Since the magnetic lines of force are either closed or go off to infinity, means the number of magnetic lines of force entering any arbitrary surface, any surface area is equal to the magnetic lines of force leaving the surface. It means the flux of magnetic induction any closed surface is always zero. Therefore, this is the magnetic flux B dot ds is equal. Also, B is solenoidal nature. Due to this, using Gauss divergence theorem, and we know that Gauss divergence theorem is equal to B dot ds. That is equal to, means surface integral is changed into volume integral. Therefore, B dot ds is equal to closed integral B dot ds is equal to volume integral divergence of B dv. But using solenoidal nature of B, also magnetic flux of is zero. Therefore, this term is zero. Therefore, divergence of B is equal to zero. Also, divergence of B is equal to is represented by del dot B. This is the differential form of Maxwell's second equation, because the first equation here del dot D rho or del dot E rho by epsilon naught, and the second equation is del dot B is equal to 0. Therefore, this is the first Maxwell equation in differential form, and this is the second Maxwell equation in differential form, means divergence of magnetic field is equal to 0. Now the important question related to today's lectures are, first is very important, most important question. Write the continuity equation for current densities. Second, explain Maxwell equation in differential form. This is all about today's lecture. Thank you.